Hello everyone, Jeff Stanley with Standley Handcrafted, and today we're going to be doing a quick video on easy label design. What we're going to be doing, and I'm going to throw it up right here, we're going to be using a website called Canva.com. It's Canva.com, and I'll put the link in the video description down below. I get this question a lot. How do you go about making your own labels, or what do you do for labels in the beginning when you don't want to put out a bunch of money for design, printing, and all that stuff? I do all my own design. I went to school for design, so I have a little bit of an edge for myself. But even if you've never done design, this is a very good and easy website to get very nice looking labels, even if you've never done design. You can get into this one, and I do all my own printing at home. There's just a lot of little extra costs that I don't like to put out just yet. Eventually, I'd like to get out there and have some labels done in nicer design, and not really nicer designs, but nicer actual labels like embossed and metal foil and stuff like that. But for now, I do all of it at home, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. So we're going to go ahead and jump into Canva.com. And the nice thing about Canva, this is the website I use for all my YouTube thumbnails as well. You can go in here, they've got pre-done templates that you can jump into. So we're just going to go ahead and click on one of these. And you can go down and you can just start finding. So once you find a thumbnail that you like, you just go through and then you can highlight any one of these, select all the text, and then you can put pretty much anything in here that you want. You can move all this stuff around. You can switch pictures in and out so you can create your own thumbnails, and this is exactly what we're going to do with the labels. So for this one right here, like this one, this is a pretty decent label as far as just getting the real basics across. We're going to go ahead and replace that. And like this one, this would be real nice. So you could actually use this one very easily. We'll just go ahead and start moving some of this stuff around. And the nice thing about this, any one of these pieces of text, you can go in and you can stretch out the sides so you can move this stuff around. But we're going to go ahead and jump over to just a basic dimensions. We're going to use our own custom dimensions. The labels that we're going to be printing on today are the Avery 2282. It's a 2x4 clear label. These are the exact labels that I use on my 9-ounce straight jars. So we're going to go ahead and jump over here, use custom dimensions. And before we get started, we're going to go ahead and choose inches, not pixels. The labels are 4 inches wide. They are 2 inches high. And then we're going to hit design. And it's going to come back with just a blank white canvas, as you can see right here. And then for this one, since we're going to do just a basic clear label, and then we're going to be printing, I have just a black and white laser at home, so we're going to go ahead and just use all black text. We're going to put together a very minimal, just kind of a real classic minimal design label, something that just looks professional. So we're going to go over here. If you have pictures or anything like that, you can upload your own pictures. You just hit the upload icon here. You can put in anything that you want, but we're going to go ahead, I'll just drop in a picture real quick that I've used before, and then you can stretch these out to fit the dimensions. So if you wanted to use a picture, I've seen a lot of people like a sunset or something like that, you can drop those in here, but we're going to delete that out of there. For this one, we're just going to do a black border, so we're going to go over to elements. And then we're going to go to shapes. In shapes, you can go through and you can choose rounded corners, solid corners. I mean, you can choose anything. So we're going to go ahead and choose this one right here. And it's going to automatically format right in the middle of the picture itself. So we're going to go ahead and stretch out the sides. Pull that back a little bit, just so that we get a nice border around this. And then for this one, we're going to go over to text. And the nice thing about Canva is it's got a bunch of predetermined or a bunch of pre-laid out text. And I found one earlier. So we're going to go ahead and use this one right here. It's It's going to automatically throw this in there. It's got a lot of text in here that we're obviously not going to use, so if you just double click in there, you can highlight all that, delete it out. And then for this text down here, I'm just going to go ahead and put in what I normally use. For my 9-ounce straight jars, I'm going to go ahead and put in Gig Harbor, Washington, which is where we are. And then for this one, we're going to go ahead and make this the scent name. And I've been doing a lot with apple maple bourbon lately. There we go. If I could actually spell. And then this is up a little high, so we're going to go ahead and take this. Oh, not that one. If you do move anything like that on accident, just hit Control and Z together and it'll move it back. Or you can move it yourself, of course. And the nice thing about Canva and the text in here, if you do move this around, you can see right in the center there, it's got a little bar that will pop up and it'll snap into place to know that you've got the text or whatever you're moving completely centered. So we're going to go ahead and move this text down a little bit. We're going to make it off center. And then up at the very top, we're going to go ahead and add in one of the bigger headings. And then highlight all that text. And we've got to make that a lot smaller because that is really big. And then we're going to go ahead and drag that up. And then I'm going to highlight that text and change it to the same text that we've got down below. And that's probably a little bigger than we want it, so I'm going to go ahead and make that a little smaller. We'll move that one up just a touch. And then for this one, this is just about done. We're going to keep this one pretty simple just for demo purposes. We're going to go back to Elements, and I'm going to put in just a solid square, and I want a line to go all the way across this. So we're going to move this up. And the nice thing about this one is you can make the size of this one anything that you want. Just stretch it around. So we're going to go ahead, put that right there just to separate that. And then I'm going to go ahead and copy this one. Make a second one and we're going to put it down here. And if you move this around, it will snap into place and match the one that's above it. Okay, so that's it. We're just going to keep this label very basic, very simple. It's a nice clean looking label. And then we're going to go ahead and hit download. Canva does offer a subscription service. I don't know exactly how much it is. I'll post it right here once I find out, but you can add a transparent background. But since we're printing just on the clear labels on a black and white printer, it's not going to print the white anyways. If you were doing this on a color printer, you would want to make sure that you get the transparent background, otherwise it will try to print that white. So we're going to go ahead and hit download. We're going to save that picture. We're going to write over the one I did earlier. And then we're going to go ahead and move over to Avery Design and Print Online, and I will include the link to this down in the video description. The label that we're using is the Avery 22822, which is the 2x4. It holds 8 labels. We'll select that, and then you can choose your orientation, whether it's portrait or landscape. For this one, we're going to be choosing landscape. And then it's going to jump right over, select your file, and then you're going to choose the picture that you just created, and just go ahead and drop that in there. And you can see it went out of the border just a little bit, so hit apply this design, and it'll shoot over to the next. And the nice thing about the Avery is you can edit one, so if you have all these over here, if you've got 8 different labels, you can move every single one of them individually, or you can hit edit all, and you can move every single one of those. So I'm going to move that one back, and we're just going to take that in just a little bit. If you come up here to align, you can align center on product, and it'll put it directly back into the middle. Now this one, we probably could have done a little bit better as far as making the label go clear to the top and bottom. But for demo purposes, again, not too concerned with this one. So that's pretty much it. Once you get the label in here exactly the way you want it, you're going to come over to review and print. Go ahead and skip this step. It's just letting you know that you're going out of the boundaries, but you can see in the label that the picture itself is going out of the boundaries, but the stuff you're printing, like the border, is not outside of the boundaries, so that's perfectly fine. I always hit skip this step. You're going to print it yourself, and then again hit print now. You can save it if you want to. If you have an account with Avery Design and Print Online, it'll save it to their website. We're going to hit don't save for right now, and then we're going to download the PDF. You can open the PDF and print directly from the browser, but I've found that the browser itself will format sometimes, and it'll get off center when it prints. So I always like to download the PDF and print directly from the PDF. And again, you've got the option to save it to the computer, so if it's a label that you're going to be printing a lot, which I tend to do, you'd want to save it to your Candle folder or whatever you have. But for this one, we're just going to go ahead and open. And I'm not actually going to print this one because I've got labels right here. But this is it. I've got everything set up. It opens directly in the printer. Hit print. And these are ones that I printed earlier. So this is the exact same steps that I did with the actual labels that I have right here. I don't think I've ever had a label get off center printing this way. That's not to say that it can't happen, because it can. But I get far less printing out of the borders doing this method, printing from a PDF, than I ever have with Word. Printing with Word, it adds its own auto formatting in there, and it really messes labels up, and you've got to move stuff around and play with the margins, and it's a real pain in the butt is what it is. So this is a much better way to go. You're going to get very nice looking labels, and then once you start messing with this a little bit, Canva has hundreds of options for fonts, and if you pay for it, it's got even more options. I don't pay for it. I make just very basic labels. I do a lot of my own design in Photoshop, and then basically just do Canva for, like I said earlier, the YouTube thumbnails and stuff like that. But I do make labels in there as well. So for anybody starting out, this is a very easy and very quick way to do this and get a nice looking label. And like I said, you can get in there, you can do a lot more to it as far as adding pictures. You can add different shapes. There's a lot of different options in there. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, very quick and easy. For anybody starting out, this is a very good way to get a nice looking label to put on your stuff for any product. And the nice thing about Canva is you can do custom dimensions. So if you're not using the 2x4 labels, you can even do the round craft labels. You can pretty much design anything that you want to. So that's pretty much it. If I glossed over anything, again, please let me know in the comments below. I answer every single one of them. If you haven't done so already, I'll put a link to the new Facebook group. It's a DIY candle making group. So if you have any questions outside of this video or just anything in general, please jump into the Facebook group. We've got a lot of active members, beginners and advanced candle makers. A lot of very helpful people. So the group is growing very fast, so please come on over, jump in, and sign up for it. If you've got any questions for me directly, you can always get in touch with me through the website, standleyhandcrafted.com, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and of course YouTube. And if you like the video, subscribe for more. Thank you.